Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. It is Binky. Yes, so this is more of a vlog. This isn't going to be a long one. I don't know how many of these I'm going to do, or even if this one will make it up. If it did, great. There you go. But today I am actually just going through things around the apartment. I'm trying to declutter, and I just did a couple videos, did some lip swatching. You'll see a bunch of stuff here. I don't even know if it's showing, and a bunch of candles. Yes. Oh, I just got assaulted by this candle. Wow, you don't see that on my normal videos. That was horrifying. So yeah, I'm just going through these things. I have so many candles here, and you know, so many things in general. And the whole purpose of this is this: I just wanted to declutter stuff. I just have this habit. If I totally love things, I'll kind of hoard them, and I don't really. Actually, I do know why. I'm not going to get too personal here, but let's just say I had a very humble upbringing, and I think that's where it comes from, where I didn't have a lot of things, and so somebody may have been very poor growing up, and because of that, I think sometimes I'm like, oh, nice things, and so I love being surrounded by them, and I may buy too much. And I'm getting better at it. So there you go. Yeah, and I don't feel badly about it. I use the stuff, and even with makeup and things, it's like I'm not gonna be able to get through all of it, but now I have a better understanding, and I think I'm being a lot more responsible, so that makes me really happy. And I love these candles, but the problem is I'll buy more and more and more, and I'm not really using them, though I bought more. I'm not even gonna lie, I bought more recently. Would you like to see them? Would you like to see them? Okay, I'll make it quick. It's so messy in here. I've been cleaning everything, and so you gotta gut the place to make it look good. But I got a couple more glass house candles. Yes, from my friend in Australia. You can't get this in the US, but you cannot get this one in the US. So we're not getting the same things yet, and so my friend from Australia strikes again. I got a few other candles, and then I end up paying them later on. But this one you can get in the US. The packaging isn't as cute as it used to be. You can definitely tell that there's been kind of a downturn, which is meh. But I got 2 of each, and this one's cute. It's the Halloween candle. It's not the strongest scent. It's cute. It's, what is it called? It is called Trick or Treat. It's pumpkin pie, and you can definitely smell the pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin pie. I love those scents. I'm not big into the pumpkin spice latte. Oh God, those Starbucks, man, they are way too sweet. So I always tell them to cut it in half, and it's still too sweet. It's just a little too cloying for me, but I know people really look forward to that. I have a friend who constantly posts about it. It's like, okay, live your best life, girl. Good for you. So the next one is the Berry Buzz. Yeah, she got it from Peter Alexander. That's only in Australia. See, that's why you can't get that here. And so she'll go there and pick them up and then send them to me. Though they're in lockdown again. It's just crazy. They keep locking down in Australia. Like here in the US, nobody cares. Like nobody's locking down. There was the original lockdown, then a partial lockdown, and the cases are going up and nobody cares. Because it goes against, I guess, a lot of people's feelings about it, that it's like, this country's based off freedom and you're not locking us down. And it did affect a lot of businesses, and so it upset a lot of people. So I get it, but the cases are going up. So, and it's cool. We're about ready to go into September, and maybe this will go up in September. So that's kind of scary. It's just like, I know, because I don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people are vaccinated, but a lot of people aren't. And on top of it, we don't know what the new Delta and Lambda variants, and it just keeps morphing. Good times. So that was sarcasm. A very weak one, because it's been a long week. But this one is Berry Buzz, and this one is really cute. I don't know if it's my favorite scent, but I love the packaging. I think they used to be a little bit more creative sometimes with their packaging, and they used to have tags on them, and they kind of stopped doing that, probably cutting costs, but the prices keep going up, so that's a little bit, but it's cheaper when you buy them from Australia and have somebody ship them to you. So if you have any Aussie friends, have them hook up a sister or brother. So there you go. But this is cute packaging, I guess. I haven't burnt this one yet. I got a couple of those, so it's kind of fun. So I'm doing a lot of cleaning, and so I may show some more videos of that, vlogging about it. It's kind of interesting because basically, I've also been decorating while getting this place. Maybe I will show some footage. So basically, I'm going for more of an Indian theme in here. And so I redid the walls, still working on this side, it's a little bit messed up. And I have more plants, but the problem with the plants is that I don't know how people do it. They have huge collections of plants on YouTube. You'll see some of these, and I got a case of spider mites. I don't know how these people have that many plants, bring in new plants, and don't have spider mites. I had a beautiful collection, and I've had to throw out 8 plants. And more are being chewed on daily. So I'm going to lose half my collection. And they weren't cheap. And so that was frustrating because it is hot in here. Whew! Because I was so happy to have these. My spider plant, the most pedestrian plant that you can own. The most pedestrian plant I had to throw out. Because I tried to save it, and then I overwatered it, and then the soil was just it turned black, basically. I killed it. I loved this plant. So I got to buy a new one, but then I'm afraid to bring new ones in because there's damn mice in this place. And it's just, they're terrible. What they do is they basically put webs around your plants, which they never got that bad, but they kill it. They just kill your plant. And I have been wiping them down. I've been spraying them, doing what everybody says. And some of them survived and other ones did not. So the next test, and maybe I will put this up later, is I'm buying predatory mites and I'm going to release them. Now here's the thing, people are like, I don't want that in my apartment, but there's worse things in your New York City apartment, I guarantee it. So yeah, there's worse things here. It's New York City, come on. And what happens with these is they actually eat the mites, and then when they are done eating the mites and the eggs, what ends up happening, good girl, my kitty loves this, she likes to scratch the carpet. And so when she does that, I have to give her good girls. Good girl. Yeah, you're awesome. So what ends up happening is they eat each other, it's cannibalism, and then they die. I know it's kind of awful. I tried to do the normal way, but it didn't work. And I'm so frustrated, guys. I can't. So I want to buy some plants before it gets too cold and you have to do the warm pack. You shouldn't have to pay for a warm pack, you know, because these plants on Etsy are way overpriced anyway, whatever. But so I'm going to buy some more in September and then be done until it's warm again. That's it. What I have is what I have. It's done. It's done, people. It is done. So, yeah. So let me walk around a little. So here's some of them. So this one is new, and you can see she is having some problems. I love Calatheas, and she is just a mess. I don't understand what happened. She didn't make it well through the transportation. She's brand new and she is not doing well. She was really fluffy and quite beautiful, and now she's probably gonna die. Makes me sad. So these are some of my succulents, and you can see that I'm basically trying to, oops, I'm putting my finger in that frame. Yeah, there you go. I'm trying to grow some of these. So what you can do is you can pull the leaf off. I don't want to disturb these too much. And, oh, I don't want to disturb it too much, so I'm just going to throw it down. So what happens is they grow a little guy like this. You see that? And those are the roots, and then it grows a little baby on it. So you can pull those off the succulents, and life is good. Now, none of these other ones are really doing that great. Some of them do a lot better than other ones, and this is not one of them. And then this one is this is my Tristar Calathea. So you can see they're yellow. The mites attacked those, the mites are now gone, and there's new leaves coming up. See? No more mites, but these were attacked and they weren't happy, and so they're dying off, but at least they're doing better. Now these are the happiness of my collection. They were like some of the only ones that did not get attacked, and that is lithops. I grow lithops. I love lithops. These guys are just weird as hell. So what they are plants that are from Africa. They're little guys like this. They're lithops, and they're strange looking. You only water them so far because the summer's been pretty hot, and they're in this window gets really crazy bright. It's crazy. They get hot here. So I've had to water these things 3 times this summer, and you know it's time to water them when they're not quite as puffy. See how puffy these are? This guy just looks like hell. It's looked like hell from day one. I'm not even sure if it's still alive. I think it is because it's grown, but it doesn't look happy. So, okay, I think this one is dead. And look at it. It's all shriveled up, and I keep watering it, but I'm not sure what's going on with it. It just looks like hell. Now, these were just watered recently. This is what happens if they get too much sun. See that? That's a sunburn. I didn't know. I thought they liked direct sun. They do not. So if you're growing lithops, they do not like direct sun. So when it gets really hot, I give them an umbrella, like this guy. Let me show you. See the umbrella? Yeah, it's like a Mai Tai, but it's not. This is a rock plant, so it's very different than these other guys. And actually it's doing okay. I thought it needed some water, but it does not. Now this is what happens when the lithop explodes. It died. This one just died. It was given to me. It was unhealthy when I got it, so it didn't make it. This one is doing okay, but it's not great. I won't say who the seller was on Etsy, but that one was just crap when I got it, and this one's barely hanging on. They were just really poor quality. But these grow in Africa, basically, and they're just really cool. You don't have to water them that often, but they do need a lot of sun or they start stretching out. They do get a lot of sun here. I'm actually quite surprised that this one looks like that. Like, it's just elongated, and everybody's like, what the hell? This is like watching the Blair Witch Project. Yes, I'm a big horror movie fan. And these are some of my crazy succulents. As you can see, they weren't getting enough light originally, and now they kind of are, and it was kind of an experiment. Here's my cat. You're cute. I know. Woohoo! So this is an old window. If it looks dirty, welcome to New York. Not much you can do. I painted it, but everything leaks. It's old, unless you can afford a brand new apartment, which I cannot, because, you know, not rich. So this is what this one looks like. I love this one. It's hard to get out because I have to open up this fire escape. Look at this beautiful bunch. Look at this. My cat likes to sneak in here and then sleep on these guys. Nice. So here are some other plants. I just added this shelf. It turns out there was some weird steel bar behind there. So this didn't go so well because look at it. Sucks. Yeah. But here's a replacement Calathea for the other ones who died. These do not have mites because these are both brand new. Yes. Now this used to be a very popular plant that was very expensive. It is not. I can see why it was popular, but you can get them cheap now. There you go. Now here is the wallpaper. This is the wallpaper that comes off, luckily, but this is what it looks like. So I added this on to the whole wall. Notice the huge closet space. There's a lot of closet space, which confuses people because New York City doesn't have closet space. But yes, so it's a little bit of zen right here. I won't show the rest of the room because it is extremely messy. And I'll just show these quickly. Until I can get those mites, I have these plants in bags like this. And everybody's like, what the heck is going on? I'm doing that because I'm keeping the mites at bay while keeping people in a greenhouse effect. It's been a disaster. This was one of my favorite plants. The mites absolutely destroyed it. And that one's just dying because. So it's a mess. They killed my plants. I hate them. Some more replacements, and this one's not doing so well. It needs more sunlight. So I'm going to have to move this into the other room. Yeah, I'm going to have to move that. It's just been a disaster. This whole thing has just been a disaster. So if you get plants, lesson learned, keep them away from other plants until you know there are no mites. And then here's some of the wall. There's my new lamp and one of my pictures. I am a photographer. That is my photo. Lamp, photo. Nice. One day I'll show you the whole apartment when it's clean. So these are more, I just took these out and I'm watering them because they just need more light. They just need so much more than they're getting right now, and it's just frustrating. This is going to go into a window. They just decimated my last plant and it just was really upsetting. I don't think it has mites. I think it's just needs more water, and so I need to watch that a little bit more. And just after a while it just gets really disheartening. it gets disheartening. So this is a plant that got completely destroyed, and I'm just like, it's not even growing leaves anymore. This is like a plant light, and this kitchen is a mess because they're redoing it because my gas went out this year, and so yeah. So that's my wine. Yes, ignore. So this one's just not growing any leaves anymore. It's just, except for that one lonesome one, so I may buy another one. I have a list of ones that I want to buy. And then these are some lithops that I was growing, and they're not doing so well. They're just not doing well, and I don't understand why. You really have to keep these things really moist. I hate that word, but there we are. Just water these things, especially at this age. And I need to dust. I haven't had a chance to do that this week. Interesting thing in New York City is you can dust twice a week and it still looks like hell. So I don't know how well this light is doing, because honestly, they just, let me pull them out. That I've been growing, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's been difficult. Like, they're under these lights for like 12 hours a day. Now these are Echeverias, and they're doing really well. I grew these from my own seeds. So I basically fertilized my Echeverias and then created these guys, and they take forever to grow. These things are like 3 months old, and look how tiny they are. These completely died, so I got to put other ones in there. And then there's these guys. They're still too elongated, and I don't understand what's happening. I really don't get it. And then these guys, like this one, just too much. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong, because they're under this light all day. They're just under it. And then you get these guys who made a trip in and didn't do so well, and they're doing all right. It's just frustrating. And then you have wine, lots of wine. And look, this is dusty. I need to wipe those down. There's construction going on because of this. You see this? Now everybody's like, your wall's dirty. My wall is dirty. You know why? Why is there stuff here? Because this whole thing is broken. Because they, during the winter, had to knock a hole in the wall to fix the gas. Yes, hole. So I had to put this in front of it so my cats don't go into the wall. They need to fix the whole drawer space. They need to fix everything in here, and the gas is a mess. Wow, that was exciting. There you go. So yeah, it's a mess. Oh, I have some really cool stuff here. I'll put like some film of this into my beautiful little air plants, but I have more. I have more in the window here. It's just too messy because, like I said, I'm gutting this place and redoing it, and the kitchen's a poop show. Yeah, I don't like to swear. This is family friendly. So yeah, in real life, all bets are off. But yeah, so a lot's going on here, and I don't like being in disarray. I like organization, and the organization here is really bad because when you're trying to declutter stuff and redo stuff, and then you have mites everywhere, and then we had gas go out during the winter, it just broke. Con Edison shows up. Is it Con Edison? Yeah, I think it's Con Edison. And they show up, and they're checking the meters like they do every month, and they went, you have a huge leak. And guess what? It's the end of October, so you're going to be screwed. And it was. We were indeed screwed. For like 3 months, we had no gas. None. Absolutely not. It's a long story. So we had to use heaters, and we used the heaters during the holidays, and our Christmas tree shriveled up like that because it's just this dry heat from 2 like heaters. It was crispy within like a week and a half. It was just, and then we couldn't cook. We couldn't cook because there was no stove, and so we couldn't visit family because it was locked down here, and it was a mess. So we're all having Christmas together, and yeah, it was not good. We still have the hole in the wall because the construction guy never has time. Yeah, we don't have a regular super. It's just, don't ask. It's New York City. You just don't want to know what goes on. You just don't, because there is no rhyme or reason, and nobody cares is basically the thing. But it is supposed to be fixed in the next 3 weeks, and I am excited because I'm going to repaint that whole kitchen, redo it. We don't get a full new kitchen because then our rent would be raised to an astronomically high price, and I'm not doing that. One day I shall leave the city. I love this city. And maybe I'll do more vlogs with me walking around different places so you can check it out. You know, you can see some of the stuff that I do out and about. You know, it's still very limited because COVID and the numbers are going up. But there's still fun to be had because it's going to be nice weather through September still. So, you know, and even October, it's not too cold. So yeah, maybe I will take this around and we will have more vlogs that are more interesting than me sitting in the same background showing you mite infested plants and a confused cat. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so that's a little bit more in my life. It's just a rainy, poopy day today. So a lot of our plans were canceled. Actually, we were gonna go to Coney Island, and yeah, Coney Island's great. So you go all the way out from the city. You can take the Q. You can take several trains, but the Q is probably the quickest on the weekdays. Or on the weekends. On the weekdays you could take the B or the Q. And it's kind of fun. It's old school. So maybe I'll do a vlog from Coney Island. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? I think so. That guy thinks so. Yeah. Welcome to my neighborhood. It doesn't matter what time I tape. That. All day, every day. 2 in the morning. That. It's all the time. And people are like, how can you sleep through that? And I'm like, you get used to it. You just get used to it because if you didn't, you'd go crazy. The human species will find a way to adapt. Animals find out how to adapt. I have learned to adapt. And I am a really light sleeper and an insomniac. Yes. Really blessed. And so it used to drive me crazy and still does sometimes because there's jerks on really loud bikes and those like sports cars that make the popping noise. I don't understand it. They keep us up all the time. They're all over. They're in Brooklyn, they're in Queens, they're in the Bronx, they're everywhere. They should be flogged. They really should be. But you know, and I'm not about violence, but you know, these people are really annoying. So yeah. That's been my day, so I'm going to continue to clean because it's supposed to be lightning storms tonight. I hope to go out more tomorrow. I may go out with a friend to a bar tonight, you know, have a nice drink because it's been a long week because I work from home right now because of COVID. It's just easier, you know, they don't want to get in trouble at the office, and then we're going to go to a hybrid situation, which I'm excited for. It's really not necessarily my goal in life to stay in the job that I'm at. I've kind of bounced around. I actually want to go back to school, but that's a whole different episode. And do something that's really happy for me. Yeah. So I'm going to get back to cleaning until my friend's ready to go out, which hopefully will be in the next 2 or 3 hours. And yeah, so there's a little bit of a piece of my life, and I know you are enthralled. You're not, but pretend that you are. So yeah. Until next time, have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye.